I wanted to dedicate a video out there to one of the best stories we've seen in Counter-Strike in the past week alone, out of nowhere seemingly. When it comes for a lack of Asian representation in CS, over the past year we've seen the rise of mongrels, and over the past 5 years we haven't seen anything from TYLOO. I remember when I first got into Counter-Strike and the rise of TYLOO, we had people like Captain Mo and some viral stories. You had Flash Gaming, you had Vici Gaming, and the Asian scene, although not really the best performers, were at least represented in Counter-Strike. And we haven't really seen much since, apart from the amazing Mongols run that has been. They are now the national team of their country. No one is putting doubts on what Mongols can and have been doing for some time now. But over this past week, seemingly out of nowhere, we had TYLOO come back into the scene, and a crazy story with the entire roster, which I won't dive into right now, but they not only take down 3D Max, who have had a pretty good start and end to last year and a start to this year, but then they also sweep Eternal Fire, and it turns a lot of eyes to like, okay, what's going on? And one player in particular started giving the funniest and the best interviews that we have seen in recent memory. You know, there's some personalities in CS, but I wouldn't say an overwhelming amount. And his name is Jee, and it definitely caught my eye.
今天我们也会全力以赴的。
Coming to EPL, we are always putting ourselves in a challenger-like position. So every opponent is really strong, and we're just gonna try to do our best, and that's it.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Hey, nice. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
No, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So
Thank
much.
you so much.
So much. GG.
And the way that he interacts with Stunna, it was just hilarious. You know, you could see the emotion during the matchups, and then all of a sudden he was, you know, whether it be clip farming and pretending to be asleep or also crying just based on pure emotion. Like, it made you wonder, like, okay, what is going on with this TYLOO roster? Where have they come from, and how are they doing this? They lose a close series. It goes to map 3, match point to Gamer Legion. They then lose to MIBR. They have now made your stage 2 of ESL Pro League as they take down FlyQuest, which was probably expected given their first 2 wins, and they were probably the favorite going into that. But all of a sudden, a team that was not even in the top 100 in the world is at stage 2 in Pro League. Like, what?
Yeah, very much so. Jason, thank you very much. I'm not just with TYLOO. I'm the man of the hour, and with the man of the hour, we've got Jee. Congratulations, bud. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Just do your thing, man.
Thank you. 我们在就是2-0了之后，就是连续输了2个 BO3，然后呢，在昨天输了之后呢。我将我的就是很多负面的情绪传播给我的队友，然后就觉得很对不起他们，然后
Okay, bud. All good.
就是感谢就是259能带出来这3个非常年轻的，就是非常厉害的补枪手，然后就是能跟他们组队，我很开心。
So after we went 2-0 at the start, and then we lost 2 best-of-3s consecutively, and then yesterday after the loss, I kind of spread some negative energy inside the team towards my teammates, which he's really sorry for. He already apologized today before the match, but at last he said he's really thankful that he has teammates like this, and he mentioned Advent, who really like guided these guys when like Mercury, Mose, Jam Young were from their like younger days, basically. So he's really thankful of that, and yeah.
And you see the pure emotion from someone like Jee, and it makes you wonder as to why that was. It was thanks to an HLTV commenter that apparently we found out Jee's story, which has now also been confirmed by a Chinese, I believe he's a CS2 commentator and talent. So it's just crazy the in-depth nature of these things that from other regions of the world, we don't know what these players are facing. We don't know what they're going through. And it turns out that being a bubbly extrovert that he is on camera, might not be the most well-liked thing for his home region. And a lot of people that are actually cheering for TYLOO might not be cheering for Jee. As the comment read, he's under a lot of pressure because of the transfer from LVG to TYLOO. Some guys in the Chinese community look at it as some kind of betrayal, and there's actually a famous streamer in China who is related to LVG somehow, stating this as a betrayal. And because our culture favors humble people, and Jee clearly has a bubbly personality, and sometimes people criticized him because of it, Jee missed some shots back-to-back in the last round. Jam Young still bought him an op. I can't imagine the hate he would get if he still misses at the last round, so he cried when TYLOO advanced to stage 2. And that talent we talked about being Sirf, it's true. And the internet violence for him in Chinese community is way beyond what you can imagine. They even give Jee terrible comments only because he did some funny face to the camera. And this whole post, like, it just blew my mind because these are things that I don't think about, you know, as a lame NA fan. I don't think about how the Chinese region or the Asian scene will be treating someone like Jee, because I see those clips and I find it hilarious. I find it funny. I find it emotional. I find it something easy to connect to, as he knows how to work the camera. Like, that's what he's doing. He's doing it very well. And I had no idea that others would be thinking so harshly in the opposite direction. And it was just so cool to find out that that's why he was emotional. But it's also kind of sad, you know, the pressure that these players are facing, but especially players like this. It's just crazy.
Oh wait, yeah, you guys.
This is how I look when I fall asleep. My mouth's open, I'm drooling everywhere.
The aura farming is out of control. Like, this is just a bit.
Yeah, this happens.
This is a bit. He knows the camera's on him. He's so good.
Yeah, but the camera's on him the whole time. Is he going to do this for like 20 minutes?
Oh yeah.
Like, surely you get.
And so I wanted to dedicate a video to it. I wish there was more that I could follow on Jee. I wish he had a Twitter. That'd be awesome. Even the Mongols guys, they really lack on social media when it comes to more of a Western media like Twitter, right? But I really wish that we could follow up with them and eventually interview them because they give the best interviews, and it's such a great story. So I'm definitely cheering a bit for TYLOO when it comes to stage 2. And you know why I'm cheering for this team? Because their players know how to work the cameras, know how to work the media, know how to work the interviews. That is what makes it easy as a fan to attach to a team and its players. So great job from TYLOO, great job from Jee, and hopefully be talking about them again in the future. Till next time, take care of yourselves, all right? We'll see you back here soon. Ta-ta.